Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Isaiah and today we are going to be talking about finishing what you start. And the reason why I picked this topic is because it's very easy to start something but it's harder to finish. And so today I would like to share with you some tips on how to finish what you start and methods. So a lot of people don't finish what they start, but start something but can't finish. Do you know why that is? Because you feel motivated to do something, but then when you lose that motivation, you just stop right there. Like for me, when I first started my book, when I first started writing my book, I had so much motivation. I started my first chapter in the book, was going through it, and then just lost motivation and just stopped for a while. Now, that's what I'm saying. You need to find motivation in what you're doing. And not only that, you need to make sure that you set your priorities and make sure that you set time in the day to put whatever it is that you are trying to do. Now, most importantly, you need to make sure that what you're doing is within the time that you have set. So you need to make sure that you set a goal which is attainable. And if you have ever heard of SMART goals, that's another method you can use, where SMART goals you focus on your attainable goals, and if it's timely or if it's measurable. So you don't want to set something that is attainable but not measurable, because if you don't set something that's measurable, something that you can accomplish at the moment, then if you don't set something within the time that you have set, then you need to extend that, because if you don't extend that, you're gonna be rushing your time. You're gonna be rushed. For me, since I'm writing my book, if I wrote, oh, I just want to finish this book in a month, it's going to be sloppy, and not only that, it's not going to be finished, right? So you need to make sure that every single goal you set is attainable, and not only that, it's measurable. Because if you want to make an attainable goal, you need to make sure that you know whether it's you want to know if it's a measurable goal. No, sorry, I mean a long-term goal or a short-term goal. For me, writing my book, that's a long-term goal. So I need to make sure I set a few months, some months to write my book. For maybe maybe I want to finish my driver's book. That's a short-term goal. You can finish your DMV book within, for me, I can finish it within a day and understand everything. I wouldn't consider that cramming because it's a small book. But yeah, you can do, if you know yourself well, you can put whatever it is in a short term or long term. But you need to make sure that you know yourself, and most importantly, you need to know if what goals you're setting is attainable. For me, also, if I don't feel motivated to do something, then if I don't feel motivated to do something, I'm probably gonna stop. But do you know why you lose motivation? Most likely the reason why you're losing motivation, and for the reason why I'm losing motivation, is because the assignment is too big. So the best method to making sure that you don't lose method in the goals that you're trying to set is to the best method to make sure that you don't lose motivation in the goals that you set is to break that assignment into chunks. For my book, I've made sure that I break it down into chapters, and so for me, it's gonna be I'm not gonna say how many chapters that is. That you'll find out when I publish it. But For me, I'm setting it in chapters so that when I'm writing those chapters, I don't lose my motivation for writing another chapter. Unlike if you don't, if unlike when you don't measure your goals and you just say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna write a book" on your board or a dream board, then you're gonna lose motivation because you realize that that assignment is too big. And I know I've done that many times. So we need to make sure that whenever we're setting an assignment, we need to make sure, first of all, that it's attainable. And I've been saying attainable because that's very, very important. If the goal you're not setting isn't attainable, it's not gonna happen. So, so you need to make sure that you use any type of method that you can to make sure that you stay motivated. Make sure that the goals you set are attainable and measurable. And you need to understand yourself and to understand the difference between a short-term goal and a long-term goal. And yeah, you need to also, I almost forgot, you need to understand what priorities is. You need to picture, I want you to picture a jar. I wish I had an example to show you, but I guess we can use a box today. Picture this as a box, right? And in it has some rocks, some sand, and pebbles. Right now, it's empty. This represents the day, okay? So, if this represents the day, you need to make sure that you fill it up so that you have accomplished a day and you feel satisfied for what you have done in that day. So now you need to realize now you need to understand what the rocks, the pebbles, and the sand are. The rocks represent the most important things. That would be the things like, for me, writing a book, it's not the most important thing because it's not the most important thing at the time, but it is an important thing. So I'm gonna make sure I put that somewhere within that because I need to make sure that I'm writing a chapter almost every other week, right? And that can also, if you're in school, another important thing can be doing your assignments. That one is a big thing. If you're not doing your assignments, you're probably not going to have good grades, right? So that is also going to be a rock. Now, a pebble would be something that is almost somewhat important, but is also not something that wastes your time, like getting a driver's license. For me, that's not the biggest thing right now, but I do have it in the middle because I know I need to study for that and also schedule a time so that I can take the test. So I'm going to keep that right there in the middle. And now for the least important things would be doing things that aren't important, like watching TV, scrolling through TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all of that stuff, or even going outside to play with your friends. If it's something that's not gonna keep you productive, then you shouldn't be doing it, right? So now, what is the order you're gonna put these in? You're gonna put in the rocks first, and then you're gonna put in the pebbles, and then the sand. By doing the sand last, the sand can be able to fit in all the small cracks because the pebbles are really big. So therefore, there's gonna be a lot of cracks that the rocks can fit in, and also the pebbles are slightly smaller, but sand can still fit in there. So by doing that, you've successfully managed your day wisely and manage your time. Another way you can do this is, for me, I have a chalkboard and calendar, and by doing that I can be able to write down what it is I want to write down every day on my wall, if this was a wall, right? And I put down everything that I have planned, and also I have my dream board, which is basically what I want to accomplish in this year. So it's basically my New Year's resolution. So that I also have, and I'm also always writing new things. It's not, my New Year's resolution isn't something that stays solid. I always add new things. And then you can also put a to-do list. It doesn't have to be a chalkboard or a to-do list, or a calendar. You can also use a to-do list or even calendar on your phone, or reminders. Anything that will get you to do things on time, go ahead and do it. I can guarantee you that will help you the most. I really hope that you take something valuable from this video, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you.